Hey everybody, welcome back to In Bed with the Millennial. I'm the Millennial, Javeda Bay, and this is my bed. And it's Kinktober, and this week is International Fisting Day on Thursday. So today we are talking about fisting because I actually think fisting is amazing and wonderful, and I love to talk about it. So let's do that. What is fisting? Fisting is when you insert the entirety of your hand, your fist, into different orifices on the body. So you can fist someone's mouth, you can fist a vagina, you can fist an asshole. You can fist wherever that there is a hole that can stretch that much. And so, like, what? Why? What? Yeah, that's a thing that people do, and people find it super arousing and pleasurable. And also, like, for the fun fact of like seeing the limits that your body can take. And so some people you can fist with just one hand, some people fist with two hands, some people really go in and have multiple people fisting their butthole. That is something that happens. That's a kink. That's a kink that is normal and acceptable. And as long as you are doing it consensually and safely, like, what's the problem? So let's get into detail. How does one fist? Well, I hate to burst your bubble, but you don't just walk up and just start shoving fist up things. It does take some work. There is a little bit of prep that is required, and that prep is actually like stretching the orifice that it is going to go into. The only hole that might actually just like be able to take a fist is the mouth. If you naturally like have an open, wide mouth, then you may be able to fist your own mouth without any like prep work or any like stretching. But when it comes to the anus and the vagina, you do need to work your way up. You cannot just go fist all the way in, despite what porn may tell you. That is just post work, y'all. That is just the editing process, taking out all the things beforehand that happen. No one walks onto a, I won't say no one, but like, you don't walk into a set with your butthole just fully ready to take the fist of a full grown man. That's usually not, no. Your body's usually not in a state for that. So, how do you prep your body to be ready to take a fist or multiple fists? I'm so glad you asked. Step one, you acquire a lot of lube, like a really good amount of lube, especially if you are anal fisting, because remember, the anus is not self lubricating, so you need lube. If someone tries to fist you without lube, you take your fist, you, just kidding, don't get violent. But yeah, if they are not trying to use lube and ample amounts of lube, don't let them fish you. Don't walk away from the situation. Walk away from that person. They ain't the one for you. So you need lube and a decent, copious, a generous amount of lube, especially for anal fisting. But you start off by working your way up. So anal training. So if you were going to try to get to anal fisting, you were going to start off with just a finger. Work your way, loosen up the anus, get it relaxed. Then from there, when you feel relaxed enough, move to two fingers. Then you can move to three. Then you can move to four. But like, take your time. Do not rush the process. There's no need to rush the process. Enjoy the journey. Enjoy the ride. Same goes if you were trying to fist the vagina. Start with a finger. Then move your way up to two fingers, then three fingers, then four fingers. Then you can go on to a fist. But please, please, please do not just think that you can shove a full fist into a vagina, because you shouldn't and can't. You should work your way up to it. And be mindful of the way you're doing it. So you don't want to just go straight into full on fist. As you're working your way up, you are going to increase the fingers, and it'll lead to, you should get to this shape to get you ready to actually get to the knuckle point. So this is a great position to put your hand in. They also sell toys in this design if you don't have a partner that is around to fist you, or you don't want a partner to fist you, but you would like to experience fisting. There are sex toys that you can purchase that come in the design and shape of a hand to do that. So you have this hand shape, and then you have ones that actually work up to a fist. But as you are working your way up, you want to stick to this shape first. Get used to it, get your knuckles through, and then as you are getting more stretched and lubricated and loosened up, then you can move on to it being a full fist. Some other things to keep in mind when it comes to fisting. If you are anal fisting, I would highly recommend douching beforehand, just for precaution. And so that way there's like a nice, a little bit more relaxation and ease, knowing like, hey, I don't got to worry. I'm not going to have them put a whole fist up and then pull it out and be covered in yesterday's lunch. Like, it just relaxes the mind, relaxes the body to know that you cleaned out your booty hole and you were ready for someone to stick a whole fist in there. Also, a great way to practice safer sex methods with fisting is the use of latex gloves. I had some. I cannot find them, so I cannot demonstrate me putting on gloves for the sake of cinematic appeal, but you can use latex gloves. And there are also latex, like full length arm gloves if you really want to go deep with the fisting. So for safer sex methods, using barrier methods like latex gloves are really great to minimize the transmission of sexually transmitted infections. But if you're fluid bonded, then maybe you don't use a latex glove. Or if your kink is also dealing with scat, then don't use it, because then you get two kinks in one: fisting and scat play. Like what? Come on. So yeah, safer sex methods is using your latex gloves. Definitely using copious, generous amounts of lube. I would recommend, if you are not using latex gloves, you can use a silicone, but water-based is always a good way to go, because you don't want to mix silicone lubes with materials that may break down if they get in contact with each other. So stick to a water-based lube and just make sure you have a decent amount of it. Get a whole big old bottle. Order it from a sex shop directly. Be like, hey, I just need you to get in and order the biggest bottle of lube possible. But yeah, lube, 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 lube. I'm gonna say it again. Lube is your friend when it comes to fisting. But definitely listen to your body. Listen to your partner. If they're like, hey, actually, wait, we need to spend a little bit longer on just 3 fingers. Like, hey, actually, you're going a little too fast with your fist. I need you to slow down. Listen to them, because they are listening to their body, what is telling them what they do or do not need in that moment. But also be sure that you're relaxed. Being tense is not going to help in the relaxing of the actual cavity to be open and take a fist or multiple fingers or whatever it is. So try your best to relax. If that means meditating beforehand, or hitting a little bowl or a little J beforehand, or whatever you need to do to get relaxed, just try your best to be in a relaxed state, because it'll make it much more pleasurable and a lot easier to do. But that's fisting. If you want to celebrate, Thursday's the day, so maybe start practicing today. Maybe start anal training today. Maybe start vaginally training today. I don't know, but Thursday, if you're into it, maybe start some fisting, or just watch some good fisting porn. Ethical fisting porn, of course. But yeah, I'm gonna see y'all later. Definitely come back next week, because we're doing this again. More amazing content, more kinky topics to talk about. And yeah, that's that. Go forth and kink, my friends. I'm gonna see y'all later. Deuces.